I'm getting the knee pads. You want? Hold on, I can give you ammo.
Oh, thanks. Wait, hold on.
I can't give you specific ammo.
There we go. I guess I gave you a pipe bomb. Oh no, not Ted.
not New Eden.
Legs are gone. That guy's legs were gone.
I'm more concerned about
These
being
people
dead.
didn't hurt nobody.
I wonder if Joseph is going to be captured. Oh. Don't worry, we're going to save you. You didn't do nothing.
Outsider. We didn't stand a chance. They just tore through us, the twins.
Come on, get
their
up.
army. No one warned us.
Don't worry, lady. We're going to get revenge for you.
What, did she die?
No, I revived her.
Oh, okay. Okay, just making sure. Oh, there you go. I can't get in there because pigs.
Don't worry, got her. Or him? No, her.
Please, you have to be careful. The twins are at the chapel. Don't let them get away with this.
Well, considering that we're probably not at the very, very last part, it's probably gonna get away with it a little bit. Oh, I'm over here.
Please. Ethan brought them here. The locusts.
Hey, Rabbit.
A smoke
We
grenade?
took care of you.
It is.
You just don't seem to want to die. So fucking stubborn. We're stubborn too.
The shame of it all is that we could have been on the same side. You and us. We really could have done something. I guess it wasn't meant to be.
Can I shoot them? I mean...
Let's end this.
Oh, okay, hey, there you go. We're getting our two-person boss fight. All right.
Yep, called it.
This is abrupt. Whoa, okay, I gotta swap to armor-piercing rounds. Hold on.
Ow!
Hey, here's the note that we never read. It's a note from Ethan to his mother. Aw. Also, fucking, damn it!
Everything's on fire, dude, come on!
I got stuck in the door on the chick! I knew the place was on fire! There's just NPCs that don't want to move!
We gotta go. Oh god, everything's on fire!
Okay. Back to dealing with the problem.
Ow! Goddamn fire!
Jesus fucking sniper. Oh, it's them! They're the snipers. Or maybe not? I think they're the snipers. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, hold on. Alright, I gotta put everything on armor-piercing rounds. Oh, she's the other elite!
People in this party. Reinforcements are on their way.
Ow, shit! Taking cover. Oh, I'm down.
You are? That's
Yeah,
bad.
I'm down. I tried to get it in cover and I almost was there.
Alright, I'm gonna revive you, but it's gonna be probably a bad idea. Ow, ow, ow,
Yeah,
ow,
there's
ow,
a
ow,
dog.
ow, 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 ow. Get inside!
That's what I was trying to do.
So Lou's out here. I got her down to half health.
Oh my
Fucking, where'd
god,
she
I
go?
fucking hate this.
Oh, Jesus! Got fucking
Alright,
mine.
bitch, I'm gonna blow you up.
That's what I'm trying to do to her. Ow, God, another one? I think she's shooting rockets or something now.
Goddamn fucking dogs!
Oh, she's over here trying to revive. That's hilarious.
I'm down. I was busy with the fucking dog. Apparently, okay, so heads up, if you're taking the perk that increases your hand-to-hand damage, it does not include your foot.
They're mad.
Alright, I'm just gonna end myself, because...
I was about to run over. I was just listening to her. And I killed.
I can't hear it, that's the problem.
I mean, that wasn't gonna change to you respawning.
I would hear everything through your ears, yeah. I would have heard it.
I mean, it was already over.
Well, that's why I'm just, like, ending it in case if you, like, kill the other one.
Well, I'm chilling. This place is fucking constantly filled up right now. It's ridiculous.
It took away my fucking rifle because of the fucking taking the gun shit. So irritating. All right, hold on.
Oh, she keeps sniping me!
I'll get the chopper. You get her. Come on. Ow.
Her guns aren't even all that good. Ugh. Alright. Alright. Where's my sniper? Oh! Oh!
Yeah, it took your snipers.
Right.
Because it gave you the fucking pistol.
Right. That's awkward.
Stop healing.
Oh, she's back at full health over here. That sucks.
Yeah, she's an elite. She regenerates. Hold on.
Let's solve this fucking problem.
Oh my god, you're kidding me. Don't die, because otherwise we have to restart all this.
I'm healing right now.
Alright, I'm just gonna give up.
Where are you?
I died. I'm above you.
Oh.
I threw 2 proxy mines, and well, they blew up. You have multiple
Oh,
people
shit!
in your building.
She came down!
Don't die. We gotta restart all of it.
Why do we have to restart all of it? Because I'm alive.
Well, if you die and I'm dead.
I didn't die.
I know. I
alive.
was telling you not to die. That's the point, FUBAR.
I'm not dying.
Good. That's what I said to do. Okay, I'm back.
Good. Where is... Oh, shit! No, you stay back, lady.
Ow. Please tell me that's not your smoke.
That is not my smoke. She's down.
Oh, she's down. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm on fire. Why am I on fire?
That's me. I have incendiary bullets.
Stop it. You're making things worse.
I wanted to kill her.
Oh, she was the last one? I thought that she got up.
Hey, Mickey, you okay? No! You? No. Hey, you ain't dying, are you?
I guess I broke my promise
What?
to Mom. I told her we wouldn't end up like Dad.
We had a lot of fun, though, right?
You know, we don't have to give them this.
Yeah, this is kind of...
Hey! Hey! Do not die first! You do not get to die first! I'm the oldest! I go first! God damn it!
She ain't even dying. That's probably the funniest bit.
Oh god, it's playing this sad music like I really need to feel bad about this.
I was supposed to take care of you. I was supposed to take care of you and I didn't, and I'm so fucking sorry I fucked this up, man. I'm fucking sorry. You know, Rabbit, you remind me of our mom. She had hope. She had dreams. She just wanted to fucking make things better, and I should have listened to her. But things just got carried away. Do what you gotta do.
I'm not shooting her.
Can I get my gun back? That would be nice. Oh, I can't even pull out my gun.
Ethan's gone after his father. You might have time to stop.
I can't take the gun. What?
If not, well,
Hold on, she's talking.
Had a good run.
Oh, is she?
Yes. All right, now she's done.
Oh, okay, well that was weird.
I can't believe I'm still alive. You could do something about that, or if you just leave, you'll never see me again.
I mean,
Okay, come on. After everything that this bitch has put us through.
look, sometimes the more suffering is to leave them alive.
And sometimes the suffering is putting an arrow in their brain.
That's
Hold on, we're not done yet.
really, that's really disappointing me. Okay. No, I wanted to leave her alive.
I gave her the death she deserved.
Look, we killed Lou. She finally, Mickey finally made the realization, shit, my mom was right. Maybe I should have tried to make the place better rather than be an awful violent individual. And that is character
Wait,
progression.
where are you going?
We have to go after Joseph and Ethan. They're not over here.
Yeah,
So
how do we get there? 'Cause there's a gate at the back of Eden.
yeah, we're just gonna fast travel. What do you mean?
What do you mean fast travel?
Press M, look at the map, look at where the main story mission is, and look at where we are.
I didn't know you could fast travel there. I'm confused.
What's
Well, no,
confusing?
because I don't see the fast travel point. Where are you fast traveling to?
Joseph's Sanctuary.
I can't see that. Or see that as a fast travel location.
Fast travel.
So that's why I'm like, I don't understand.
Don't worry. I wouldn't have said it was a fast travel point if we couldn't fast
Well,
travel.
I mean, you're saying I'm fast traveling, but you know, I'm like fast travel to where? Because there's nothing there.
Fast traveling as close as we can get there, no matter what. That's the point.
All right.
Anyways, I'm a firm believer in the leave a villain to suffer after everything crumbles.
Yeah, I've learned not to do that.
I mean, story-wise, it really just depends on the developers and the writers.
Oh yeah, but I've learned not to do that because it always bites you in the ass.
Not really.
Yeah.
No, not really. Give me examples.
It's the same thing with the heroes. It's basically the inverse of that. If the villain has a hero captured, you make sure he's dead.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Because
like,
the hero, what happens is the hero comes back, he doesn't learn his lesson.
sure.
Only in fairy tales does the villain ever really learn their lesson.
This is a video game. They can write it however they want.
Ethan, what have you done?
I did what I had to do. I freed myself. I freed us all from you. From your rules.
Ethan, don't.
I will have what you denied me. You gave it to an outsider, but you wouldn't give it to me! I am your flesh and blood.
That was God's will.
You don't know God's will!
I was trying to protect you, son!
Taste is sweet.
Was that what's happening to us? Or more specifically, you?
No, it's probably just he's not ready for it because he wasn't chosen by God, so he's gonna die now.
Swallow's not clean. Stop him, please.
Loading screen.
Hooray for loading screens.
And then boss fight.
Oh,
Which I
no,
don't
it's
have
gonna
in
take
for.
us all the way back to prosperity.
Defeat Ethan. Alright. Oh, he's a big boy now.
Oh my god, how many health?
He's got a fuck ton of health bars, yeah. I gotta move.
Damn. Nope.
Oh boy! Get double jump, punk! Alright, moving him to another phase. He's probably gonna be able to do a lot more now.
No!
It's okay. If I occasionally light him on fire, I can blitz through him a lot faster.
Don't leave me alone! I'm on fire! I'm on fire!
Hey, that's not my fault. He's also creating little fire areas himself.
Ow! Burning.
Alright, moving on to the third phase. I gotta get ammo.
Ow!
There, alright. I filled up my ammo. I'm ready.
Well, I was hoping that I would have been able to... I just wanted them to stop attacking me!
Remote explosive! Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Alright, I may have downed myself.
I also downed myself. These explosions are a lot bigger than I intended. I didn't fully down myself, I just almost did.
Oh! Ow! I don't know how that hurt me, but whatever.
Come on, pipe bombs! Give him the big explosions! It's not doing what I needed to. Fine, I'll just shoot him for a billion more damage.
Shoot him in the...
Shoot him in the face,
Shoot
yeah?
him in the... No, not in the face, in the glowy bits.
Oh, I'm shooting him in the face. He's gonna die.
Okay, he's dead.
Yep. But did we cleanse Ethan's soul, or did we kill him outright? That's the question.
I'm pretty sure we killed him outright.
Ethan? No. Father? Father? I'm sorry. I know. I'm so scared. I know, son. Can you forgive me? Father. Oh.
Not to remember, but do you see that bird in the background?
Yeah, I was looking at it.
That is very distracting.
His only fault was that he was mine.
Intermission. Are we gonna hear from Ethan's perspective? Okay.
Years ago. Nicely specific.
Got this stupid health bar in the middle of the cutscene again.
Why can't I have one?
You know the answer.
But I want to be strong, like you, Father.
This gift can be dangerous. And I don't want you getting hurt, Ethan.
Well, what about when I grow up?
Not even then.
But why? I want one.
Because it's not God's plan. Do you understand me, son?
You're an old man. And when you die, I will take one.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
He needs Jesus.
Now I feel bad for Joseph. Holy shit.
I thought I understood God's plan.
He's gonna burn the tree.
I thought he wanted me to build a new Eden. But I am not his shepherd. You are.
Okay.
My soul has become a cancer. I am a monster. And I have only spread suffering and death in the name of God. My family is all ash. Eden is dust. And there is no redemption for this. No atonement. There is only the justice of God's hand. End this vicious cycle. Give me God's justice. Release me.
Do you have a choice? Because,
Release me.
What if,
do anything, I
what
guess.
What if God's plan is that I let you live?
Release me.
I mean, you did want to let Nick live.
Keep your cycle going, Joseph.
I got that bow.
Release me! Release me!
Well, that was weird.
And then just cut to black.
Well, no, it cut to black, but before it did... Oh,
Don't. We leave him here.
okay. Your call this time.
Good.
You're not even looking at us, dude.
At this point, he's yelling to God. And, well, in this universe, God wants to kill him. God will kill him. That's what it
I'll
is.
even put my gun away. Fuck you, goat!
I wonder if we'll be able to hear him from like 5,000 meters away.
That would be pretty cool.
Just carried all the way over.
I don't... What?
What?
Him.
Oh, he's just gonna keep saying it. Release me!
Release me! Yeah, there's no way to get... Yeah.
It's okay. See, here's the thing. Joseph got almost every single thing he wanted through all this. And yeah, you know, the things usually then fell apart, but God, every other time he's like, yeah, the word of God, eat this fruit and it'll give you superpowers. We ate the fruit, it gave us superpowers. He's like, oh, nuclear holocaust is gonna happen. I saw it. Nuclear holocaust happened. So, no, he doesn't get shot. Not by me.
Are you swimming in the river?
Yes.
Just watch out for the doomfish.
There's no doomfish out here.
You say that.
There's no doomfish out here.
Those fuckers are scary looking. Oh shit, a boat.
A boat, you say?
A boat. Except I kind of maybe fucked up and, there we go. I have secured a boat.
Alright. Coming over. Hey.
Show off.
Say what? Remind me just using the power of Joseph's seed and God.
You should have just done that in front of him.
Release me! Just fucking enable like the rage mode.
No. You just keep jumping over his head. Radiation zone.
Oh, this is the wrong way.
Are you killing me? Don't kill me! I want to live!
No, I just...
I saw that.
I was in the map, okay. Oh, teleported us. Maybe? Yeah, I did, okay. Radiation zone, turn back! Okay, I don't think we're hearing him anymore, so we can just fast travel, honestly.
Yep, cool. Hey, you know what's really also cool?
What?
This.
Oh, fuck's sake! Now I'm trying to fast travel us.
That Puma is coming right at us.
Good. They ate us while we're loading. Oh, God. Okay. Now, the question is, will they do an ending similar to Far Cry 3, 4, and 5 and just be like, alright, player, you beat the villains, but at what cost?
You made a big improvement.
What do you mean at what cost? We killed most of them.
Nope, that's the thing. It's like, oh, at what cost? And then, like, in Far Cry 4, it turned out that, like, getting rid of Pagan Min's forces led to, like, bad things happening. In Far Cry 5, the nuclear apocalypse happened. That kind of shit.
Or you kill all your friends.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be proud of us. Look at what we've built together. How far we've come. There's always going to be trouble out there, but we'll manage, right?
Your lips are out of sync.
Shut up. Oh.
There were so many times that
fucking bunny.
I thought we were going to fail. That all of this would be for nothing. But we just didn't give up. Because we had hope. Here's to hope.
Roll credits.
Okay.
So I have to say that was very anticlimactic.
Yeah, no, everything wrapped up super fucking fast, basically in one mission.
Yeah.
Alright, I looked it up. And yeah, no, she, if you leave Mickey alive, she leaves a note behind saying that, she's gonna go look for her mom. And you know, I think that means she would have gone on a legit path of redemption.
Yeah, I know.
You fuck.
I thought it would be funnier. And to me, it was.
Gosh. Well, that was Far Cry New Dawn. It was about what I expected of it when I heard it. Like when I heard it was coming out, I'm like, but Far Cry 5 just came out, and that wasn't that great.
They just finished their DLC like 5 months ago.
Yeah, and so I figured that this was basically going to be a Far Cry 5.5, and it really is, except not even like in a good way. Like there's plenty. Obviously, a lot of characters carry over, and you get like a general progression of the world because everything got nuked. But everything's so loosey-goosey that it doesn't even matter. We really like, unless you're playing in single player and have people as companions, you don't spend any significant amounts of time with anybody. In fact, I'd say you spend even less time than before. In other games, you had dedicated side missions with a bunch of the different characters. You know, like in Far Cry 4, you had the black dude preacher guy who like set you up with guns and would like send you off into like different mountain places. You had a bunch of missions with him. You had a bunch of side missions with like the radio dude. And so it's stuff like that. This completely lacks any of that because it's a side game. It was always intended to never really fully flesh out everything. But the problem is that this is a game that is kind of meant to flesh out everything, right? It's literally a continuation of Far Cry 5. It should have been fleshed out. That's how it should have been. We should have had more answers, some things that are a little bit more concrete, because this was their chance to actually follow up. And instead, you get this loosey-goosey story and some fun action sequences, but it's nothing we haven't already seen already. And almost all the characters that were introduced in this game completely forgettable, completely fall flat. Except for maybe a little bit of the twins, but even then they don't show up enough to really like sell themselves. I liked the twins as baseline characters, but they don't do anything, and so I'm not gonna really like remember them.
Yeah, I mean, what did they do that was so either awful or important or memorable?
Yeah, no, it's just like, they are bad guys. They are bad people. That's all the game really had to give us. And like and then they're doing their own shtick of like, we could have been working together. We didn't have to be doing all this, but again, that all followed up after they killed like an entire train of our people.
And then shot your friend with a shotgun right in front of you.
And killed another dude right in front of us, and we're gonna probably kill us there anyways. It's kind of like, you can't sit there and be like, we could have been working together when it's not like they stopped our train. Yeah, it's not like they stopped our train. At least in Far Cry 5, you did have the option to literally just like not handcuff Joseph Seed and leave. For whatever fucking reason you would ever want to do that for somebody who's actively, directly killing people and you're a cop. So, you know,
that was weak sauce.
Yeah,
they didn't really change a lot. It was too short. You really couldn't. Why do I care about any of these characters? I mean, you're correct. I mean, this should have been something that was wrapping up any loose ends. I mean, it would have been another thing if it was like Primal or Blood Dragon, where it was kind of like off the rails, off doing its own thing. But it wasn't. This was a literal follow-up to the last game. And I mean, you can get away with a weak story and good gameplay, but not if you're also trying to put forward that, there's this deep story and all these really neat things are all over the place. And these characters, they're really important, but you never really see them. And that person was really important, you never see them. It just doesn't wash.
Yeah, no, it is an entire game of just telling us about every character, like, they're so amazing and they're so kind, they're gonna do all these things, and then they either, they never show any of that, or the character gets killed off so fast that you don't even get a chance to care. It's so bizarre for them to have like gone, like it's like a degradation to go from Far Cry 3, Far Cry 4, even Far Cry 5 was better than this. Into like at the very least, we got to like get acquainted with the main villains of Far Cry 5 a little bit, even if it was kind of like stupid the way they advanced the story. Like, oh, and then you get knocked out of fucking nowhere just cuz, and you get captured like 9 times.
You play too much of the game, gotta knock you out, gotta do this.
Yeah,
gotta do this. You gotta get back on the rails. And I mean, I'm glad that they didn't do that here, where they force you onto the rails. That was a huge mistake with Far Cry 5. So good on them for actually, you know, getting their heads out and not doing that. But I mean, they also didn't put down any actual rails, so you don't have any plot that really has enough structure to stand on its own.
Yeah.
And go anywhere.
Yeah, the
story just didn't go anywhere. I mean, like,
most of the main missions in this game.
Look, let's be real. We pretty much summed up a whole problems with this game in that 30-minute thing, and after getting to the end, it's still nothing's changed. I mean, I guess the ending when we were getting in the helicopters to go to prison.
Yeah. And we did, and it was worse, really. At the very, like, I thought, hey, okay, if we're gonna do like a 2-person fight, it's gonna be like set up in a really interesting way. No,
that was not interesting at all.
No, it was just
more frustrating.
Yeah, it was just a frustrating mess of, oh, you're getting sniped by her, and the other one's burning you in the face,
and
everything's
then we're gonna
burning.
send in infinite dogs.
Yeah, and here's every other thing. Oh god.
And we're gonna replace your weapons like for the last 3 fucking battles that you have to do. So you can't even use all that shit that you had bought.
This is a game.
You noticed it.
Yeah, this is a game that suffers from the fact that it's a side-off game, and it does it so bad that basically every mission in the game feels like the side missions of other games. Even in the Far Cry series, it just, everything is so throwaway that you really can get on the rails, and then you finish the mission in like 3 or 5 minutes without any real, like, anything to give a shit about. And then you just move on. There's nothing, your character doesn't say anything because they decided that talking protagonists are more boring than literal fucking paper. It just,
honestly, I'm thinking about it, and it's like the last 15 minutes of the Lord of the Rings movie series, where it just keeps going and going and going, and it's supposed to wrap up each turn, and it just doesn't fucking end. It doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, and it's a shame because this was a really good opportunity to either flesh out the like little world of Far Cry 5 like a hell of a lot, or to change things up so much gameplay-wise that it was basically like a brand new reboot of the series. We got into the apocalypse. We got them into a place where they could go fucking ham, go nuts with all the different enemies, all the different characters and everything. We have stuff like Rage 2 on the way, or, you know, obviously any other like post-apocalyptic thing that's come out recently. And then you get this, and the fucking the entire place, Hope County, looks relatively fine. It's a thriving land, and the most apocalyptic thing about it is that the buildings are a little fucked up.
And everything outside is gone.
Yeah, and everything else outside of the area that you're going to play in.
Outside the play area is inexplicably irradiated after 20 years, which it really probably shouldn't be. But also, that's besides the point. But I mean, you then go to all these other...
Yeah, then you do expeditions, which break that immersion anyways.
The expedition missions were fine. I mean, we're a little short, but I mean, the areas that they were in were interesting to look at, and those areas are all fucking fine. So there's just it doesn't mesh well together. So either the world is shit or the world is mostly fine, and they just wanted to really have some kind of like invisible wall just out there.
Yeah, I think it's there's too much that was just left loose in terms of like the overall state of the world, so that way they can kind of like do whatever. They can be like, and then there's a fucking highwayman group over here in like Canada because we wanted to have a mountain mission or some shit, right? Like that, so they can have that kind of option. Well, that means there's no like real core strength. Like again, even with the sisters, it's not fully clear, like, do they run all of the Highwaymen, or are they just like the top of everything? Because we had that dinner scene where they've got a bunch of other top wigs, but are they like
then
equal?
She cuts the guy's throat, and I don't think that they're equal. I think those two were the top of the top. They were the heads of the organization. And this brings back to my earlier point. What is the point of Hope County? What is so fucking special about it? And they never address it. And it leaves me wondering, why are we here? They had Alcatraz. They had a fucking space station, for Christ's sake. So what the hell is so special about Hope County? And they could have addressed that early on, that, oh, well, I mean, there's weird things going on here with the Joseph Seed fruit. And they could have introduced that early on, but they didn't. And it just leaves me wondering what the hell they're even doing in the first place. Because it just seems like they're based out of there, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, I think the entire game's implication is that, like, Hope County is
the center of the universe, really? that's what I'm thinking about.
One thing I remember them saying is, I think Hope County, they say that the Highwaymen go to a place and like bleed a place dry and then leave. So I think we do have the implication that, like, they're not really, it's not that it's super important, it's just that they happen to be here at the same time as us.
That just,
but even still,
that doesn't make sense, because they did that with Fallout New Vegas with Caesar and the NCR, but at least they were fighting over something. There's nothing being fought over here. There's not land being fought over, because they already have all these outposts. They're not looking to take people hostage or do the Project Eden thing.
They took people hostage.
Well, they took people hostage, but there's that, and then they build up all this other stuff. Like, why are we building all this ammunition? Wouldn't it have been interesting if there's fighting a rival gang or something?
Yeah, it would have been cool if there had been another faction or like a second.
We were routing. We were in the expeditions.
Yep.
They make a point that they're having problems with the coal mine and that they need a lot more coal for reasons. But they never address any of it. So it just, again, it leaves me wondering, why is Hope County the center of the universe? It doesn't feel like it should be the center of the universe.
Yeah. I think in terms of that particular point, it just ends up being like, we just needed it to happen here because we gotta reuse our assets.
Thinking about it, what they could have done is they could have played up Ethan earlier. I think that might have helped. With the whole fruit thing.
Well, yeah.
I think that would have helped. Because then that explains why they're lingering. Because honestly, if they're trying to bleed a place dry, they would not so much give up, but find a way to move on if they were taking too much losses, which obviously they were. And this is something that Far Cry will never do as a series, is we killed more people than they ever have. We have destroyed more of their property than they possibly own. Mm-hmm. So there's a little bit of a disconnect there for why they would stay in a logical fashion. So saying that they're trying to bleed a place dry when it's actually the reverse, we're bleeding them dry with our own actions that don't really have any impact because there's no real way to do that. Mm-hmm. I mean, you have to have more than they want to bleed a place dry. So that's a shame on the writers.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of different things that they could have bullshitted to make things a little bit more concrete with the overall story.
I mean, overall, maybe you've had a history with Rush, the captain, and other guy that died at the beginning. Something.
Yeah, it would have been great if, rather than getting dropped into, like, say, immediately there, we built up more of, like, okay, who the fuck is our character? Who the fuck is Rush? And we start our first mission off in, like, this dilapidated, fucking blown out town or city or something for like a mission, just a single mission. Then we're
tutorial level.
Mm-hmm. Then we're introduced to Carmina, and she tells us all about what happened in Hope County, and we go there, and that's when everything goes wrong.
You know what? I think they rushed it. I think that's what the real problem here is. They rushed.
Oh, of course, absolutely.
This was rushed. This was way too rushed.
This is a game that I think Ubisoft just wanted to get out there, and they didn't really know what else to do with it. So rather than like, they're just like, yeah, it's the follow-up to Far Cry 5. Just release it the next year.
Yeah, they should have. This should have spent another year.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really where this is all. This was definitely rushed, because they didn't. Going back to the weapons counter, you should not have that from a AAA company. After a AAA game, you should not have a texture overlap like that. That is bad.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of quality assurance that probably did happen, but just didn't get addressed, because who cares, whatever, there's so much to the map, who cares what happens in this random corner in the main fucking hub of the area. So,
But yeah, this was not good.
Yeah,
this could have been better. I think it would have, you know what? It would have been better if Far Cry 5 wasn't Far Cry 5. Meaning that this would have been a separate story.
Yeah, if this were just literally some other disconnected thing, that would have been fine.
If this was disconnected and Far Cry 5 was about something completely different, and then they're just talking about some town in Montana or wherever the fuck they want to put it, that would have been fine. But because it's following up the Far Cry 5, I think that makes this work. Because it's trying to close a chapter, and the book was already closed.
Yeah,
and they just decided to leave it closed.
they like Far Cry 5 leaves with like a page. They're like, okay, we'll have a page that's blank at the end of the book to write like fucking bullshit. What the fuck happens later? And then they just took that one page and tried to make it an entire fucking story. That's
no. And you know what that story was? The end.
Yeah, and I'm fine with them. Like I was excited about the idea of a post-apocalyptic Far Cry, because again, you can do so much with it, even without getting like to the level of like supernatural, which unfortunately this one kind of really did. Which, to be fair, Far Cry has had supernatural elements for fucking all of them.
Fine, but you know what would have been better if they also added in actual like mutants.
Yeah, no, they should have committed.
Done that kind of a little bit too. They didn't commit. Again, it was rushed. They rushed this. They should have spent another year.
Yep, this is a super average game. If I had to give this game a rating, I'd probably give it a 5 out of 10. I
would have given it a 4.
Oh God. The thing is, it is just like, it's a very average game, and in terms of like how much there is to do, there is, if you want to grind, they do give you those options. They do give you the like, okay, you can repeat this over and over again. It'll get harder and harder. It's
not worth it.
Yeah, it just, if you're not invested in the world,
it's busy work.
Yeah, it is just pointless stuff. It's like, we repeat it over and over so you can get more ethanol. Okay, why? Just so you can get more guns. Cool. And then that's really it. There's no like fleshing out. God, I like, imagine if Prosperity was like a legitimate base that we could build up and have like people like trying to cover parts of the map, and there's so many cool ideas that they could have explored.
They could have had, but they just wasted it.
Yep.
It was a waste.
I'm gonna hit the skip here and see if it's just gonna throw us into the world.
I don't. Oh, there we go. I don't have a skip.
The world is yours.
Thank you, Scarface.
The end of Eden.
I will say that that bird at the end was very inappropriate.
Well, yeah, I didn't know what they were gonna do. I thought it was like is that supposed to be like?
I didn't know it was real. Well, not real, but I didn't know if it was supposed to be in the scene or not.
Yeah, I think somebody did do that. They just
look, you're just back here.
Yep, you're back in Prosperity, and you can just it. You can go. We can go clear out 3 outposts, or.
Well, is there anybody around that says anything to you? Because I can't see that stuff.
In terms of like extra side missions?
Well, not extra side missions, but like closing statements.
Oh, I mean, I probably end up walking up to people like Nick Rye.
I got a dream setup here. I've been waiting nearly 2 decades for peace, and with Joseph Seed and the twins out of the picture, I think we're finally there. I almost don't even know how to feel about it. I guess at the end of the day,
why don't you pick a decision?
We're all
There you go. I don't even care.
I really want to throw a rock at him now. Oh my god. That's why it's a 4. They don't. Even what he just said. I don't know how I should feel. It just feels like this game doesn't know how it should be. It doesn't know what it is.
Yeah.
Is it supposed to be a post-apocalyptic survival game? Because it isn't. It wants to be. It looks like.
Yeah, no.
Is it supposed to be a narrative heavy story, because I mean it certainly tries with all the notes and the radio messages and everything that people say to you.
Yeah.
It just has problems with tone. It has problems with what it wants to be.
Yep, they definitely try to cover a lot of areas, and then they don't really do an amazing job at it. It's like, take Fallout, give it way more foliage, which then just completely destroys the whole purpose of it being post-apocalyptic.
Well, I'm fine with the foliage.
I would have liked it to have been like I would have liked the whole town to have been more fucking ravaged, like where we are.
Yeah,
it got hit by like 5 nukes. It got hit by like 5 fucking nukes.
I would have rather have seen more mutated stuff than with the foliage than just like more Fallout where everything's just kind of.
Well, yeah, I don't want to like go through a fucking everything's a wasteland forever.
I've already had enough brown.
Yeah.
I've had 3 Fallout games, 4 Fallout games of brown.
Yeah.
I'm good.
It just ends up, but the way it feels is because we played Far Cry 5, it feels like they literally just took Far Cry 5's map, dirtied up some of the buildings, and then maybe added a bunch of like fucking pink ass flowers everywhere, and said it's the apocalypse.
Which is the pink is weird. I guess they're trying to capitalize on Reach, but I mean, why?
I'm not sure, but
be your own man, Ubisoft.
Yeah, I think this was an attempt to see what they were gonna try and do with.
You know what? This is entirely what this was. This was just an attempt to get your $40.
Oh yeah, no,
that's what this was.
Yeah,
this is what it was, and give you nothing in return.
Yeah, this is definitely a project that like it's just there to get money. Hey, it's a safe idea because literally just keep copy and pasting Far Cry's gameplay to different places and see what happens. But it fails because
I didn't even like the guns.
Well, yeah, no, the guns they attempted to try to.
Were terrible.
Yeah, they tried to make the guns interesting by like having them be this tier system, but even like the RPG mechanics just meh all around.
Oh, look, they already nailed the gun system with Wildlands. Just what are they doing?
I don't know. They're just
the Wildlands system was great. I love it. It's excellent. You get to build a gun that you like, you use. It's very personal. This just feels like so impersonal and just bland.
I prefer actually like customizing guns. They're like if you're gonna move in a direction where like every gun's its own individual thing, then it's got to be like for a unique reason. And at that point, they might as well commit it to being like Borderlands or something, you know? Just like every gun's got some really cool element, and they start that with the saw launcher, and then they don't do it with anything else.
The guns are boring, and even the saw launcher, I just didn't care.
Yeah, it was a meh.
I never used it. It was the only like real that, and I guess quote unquote the slingshot. It was the only real unique weapon.
I mean, the slingshot's been in the other Far Cry games. That's the thing.
Well, no. I mean, in Far Cry 5, it wasn't. I'm saying from Far Cry 5, the guns are just terrible.
Maybe it wasn't in Far Cry. I just know the slingshot thing. I'm not really. Those are always. Those have been around.
It doesn't matter. Their only junkyard or a post-apocalyptic weapon was the saw launcher. And to a lesser extent, the slingshot. I mean, everything else, it's just, oh yeah, it's just an assault rifle. Functions identically like an assault rifle. It just looks like shit. That's the gimmick. It's not like it's like an assault rifle and a pistol that are just stapled together with a shotgun somewhere in there or whatever.
Yep. Everything ends up being exactly the same or more boring somehow, with with a much more interesting setting, and that is a shame.
That is Far Cry New Dawn in a nutshell. Just boring.
Yep. I would hopefully if they try to do another Far Cry, it ends up being years away and does something really new.
Yeah, Far Cry 6 is supposed to be like they wanted to do like 2, didn't they? I thought that's the rumors I heard. Far Cry 6. They wanted to do it kind of like the same systems as 2 with at least the companion characters.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things that they can do while still keeping it like the normal.
There must be nice to be able to go up there.
there was some scrap,
and that's why this is a 4, because the co-op experience is shit.
Well, that's it. Yeah, from your side, you didn't get to. Yeah, you definitely. didn't get to do stuff.
That's not what I mean. All of the missions, all of them were done in two-door cars.
Yeah.
How is that supposed to work if you have a buddy? Like,
they just
the gun for
follow
hire?
around. Yeah.
Do they just go back home?
Oh well, yeah. That's one of those oversight things.
Show up?
No, so like what ends up happening is that they'll just end up teleporting to you over and over again.
Right? No, they wouldn't do that. That's ludicrous. Why would they do that? They should just have them dismissed. But my point is that they wanted to make this a co-op experience. They didn't do that at all.
No, it's definitely a tacked on thing.
It was very. It wasn't tacked on because they had it in 5, and it was fine in 5.
Well, I mean, like, as in, it's
plane,
tacked on as in,
plane.
like, it's there because they had, like, the functionality, and they didn't have a reason to, like, remove it. But they didn't, like, they never actually consider it during, like, story mission stuff, or your side mission things. It's like, it's fine for everywhere else, but once you start looking at, like, the little individual areas, it's like, oh yeah, the fucking cars that they give you here only have 2 seats.
Which is a pretty big fucking oversight.
Yeah, when you're doing...
That's a huge fucking oversight.
When you're doing missions that then require you to drive a guy around or be driven around, and then your friend has to, like, just kind of fuck off.
Or, you know, try and right on top of a car.
Yep, nope, and that's, so, yeah.
Or that one case where it was a plane.
Yeah, that's what I mean by tacked on. There just really wasn't, like, a hell of a lot of thought put into it. It's functional, and you know it's better than Far Cry 4's. Far Cry 4's co-op system was garbage. It was like you literally couldn't progress the story while in co-op, which is useless. Who the hell actually wanted that, right? So.
Well, I mean, this doesn't progress my story at all.
Well, yeah, no, so like, well, like you couldn't.
The progress is yours.
You couldn't. Yeah, in Far Cry 4, you couldn't actually progress your story. Like as the host, you couldn't progress your story if somebody else was in your game.
Yeah.
And that was dumb. And thankfully, they changed that with Far Cry 5 and Far Cry New Dawn, but they still got a ways to go.
And that's what I'm saying. I mean, Far Cry 5, I don't remember there being any missions like where, like with Nick, using him as an example, where I had to ride on a plane for the mission to work, or Lucky had to ride on a plane for it to work.
Yeah, this is definitely this suffers from being a side project.
What was his name? I don't even remember his name. Rick Rush. That's what his name. Today's Tom Sawyer. His mission where we rescue him, and he had the sidecar shit. And I'm just like, what the fuck am I supposed to drive? They didn't even leave me a bike, dude.
Yeah. So this is
So yeah, it's a 4. It's a if you want to play this, get it. If
get
it's
it on sale. Yeah, if it's like $5 and you've got a buddy,
and that's if they even keep it on Steam. If they otherwise, just don't bother.
Yeah,
wait for 6. It isn't worth it.
Hopefully, Far Cry 6 will be much better. We will see. Ubisoft has a really odd track record at the moment, where like they're doing good in some areas and awful in others. And I've always felt like Far Cry 5, I did that single player, and even that I felt like kind of was a bit of a step backwards, and I really hope that they stop that.
I want to get on top of the helicopter. I am king of helicopters.
But I guess thank you all for watching. Sorry for the massive amounts of bitching, but this game is what it is. We still had our fun times, but
it's fun to play with a friend. This would have been unbearable playing it solo.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of parts where I was feeling pretty bored, and if it hadn't been for us doing this in co-op, I definitely would have been like
throwing rocks at heads.
Yeah, I would have just rushed the main story or rushed the main story even more than we ended up doing, and then just call it a day.
I don't even know if you can rush this main story. It's just so fast.
Well, I mean, you can definitely just do only the story missions over and over again.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no,
it's a quick story. This was an 8-hour game.
Yeah. Well, we're going to wrap up. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully this was pretty enjoyable. I think we had a lot of fun with just ourselves and our dicking around.
Maybe Splinter Cell.
Yeah, and maybe some other stuff in the future. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you later.